Welcome back to the Dr. Hanger. This is Mike. I'm coming at you with the Mechanic Studio and Dr.Wu joint effort to make this MS-30 Amy, and it's their take on a very G1-esque Arcee, and I really do like it. It's very good in both modes. It's not perfect. Of course, it has some issues here and there because of the fact that you're making an Arcee that transforms. So it's an Arcee that transforms, and it's a good one. So with that, this is available at Shozi. You can get yours there too, and you can also probably get the other 5 different recolors they're going to make out of this one. But let's get into talking about this coming up. Let's take a quick look at the box. MS-30 Amy, Mechanic Studios. Somewhere it should say Dr.Wu also, but here it is on the back showing both. So pretty simple packaging, pretty small actually. It's got some cool artwork on that side and artwork on this side of bot mode. Yeah, decent box. Alright, so let's take a look at this in the alt mode. It is packed in the alt mode and it comes like this, so it does look pretty good, like an Arcee, like you would expect overall. Now it's kind of cool with this. It's not a translucent windshield there. The windshield is actually kind of a metallic blue, but sort of works with kind of Takara's blue and all that kind of stuff. You do have a nice painted grille up front. And no, it doesn't really have a seat. It doesn't look like a real seat. It doesn't look like a real driver's area cockpit kind of. It doesn't look quite right. But I mean, it is Legends, of course, and hitting the price point and all that. They could have put some of that detail in there, but they did not. And so at some point, this Legends, you're not going to have an actual vehicle where you can put a figure in. Would have been nice, though, if there was a way to at least have it look like there was a driver in there, or possibility. It's supposed to hover, so I guess it's really not supposed to have wheels. So that kind of stuff. Here it is from the back, and also would have been nice to kind of cover up where the legs are. But I mean, all the RCs transform almost exactly the same. It's really close in the same sort of form there. But it does look nice in alt mode. It's not bad alt mode whatsoever, and you definitely know that's Arcee. A very G1-esque Arcee. Works pretty good, but do want to show something else about it. You can store the weapon right here. There's just a hole right there where you plug the handgun. Not really sure about where to store the other gun, but at least they put that in there. I mean, I'm kind of thinking it's all tight and compact. Not really any other place to put that. Would have been nice maybe to put it on the side, but still at the end of the day, that would have left an unsightly hole somewhere that we didn't really need. We already have enough things that we don't need to see, like in here with this area here. I don't know, maybe they could have engineered a hole into that, but still, overall, pretty good looking figure. Let's do some comparisons. All right, running through this, we got Magic Square. We have the flipper from New Age, the first one. This is New Age. This is Iron Factory, and then this is Magic Square Cosmos. So that's kind of how it fits. Okay, I mean, some stuff I feel is too big in the Legends, some is too small, so it's kind of all over the place with Legends, but I guess she'll fit in pretty much anywhere. Now for the fun with her, let's get her transformed up. So we're going to start with untabbing all of this fun stuff right here. We're going to bring down the legs. They untab out of here. And then this assembly is going to come down. And then you're going to bring this down, rotate it down, tab it into place, and then get down here to the toes that rotate around, and we have that part all done. Pull the arms out like so, and then at this point, let's go ahead and take the gun out and just set it aside, and then we're going to rotate the head. So I'm going to make sure this comes down and out, and then rotate the head around, kind of tucks in, and then we can turn it around to be the normal, how it's supposed to go. Then we fold in the back here. We're going to fold these up, and then these fold in, and then this folds around. So while it's kind of like this, you can clear the shoulder and all that, and then fold it around. Now this tab here tabs in. Same thing on this side. Fold this over, start moving it around so you can clear the arm, and then fold it all the rest of the way around, and then tab it in right here. like so. Then you're gonna flip the whole thing around, and then this comes down here, so you have to flip this. This is already flipped up. So these tabs go into those slots back there. So that's got to get it all over like so. And pretty simple transformation overall. It's an easy transformation. Just kind of rotate everything around to get it lined up so that she can stand, hold her guns, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, not a bad transformation at all, especially with Arcee's. As Arcee's go, this is probably the best one, right? All right, here she is in her bot mode. She looks fantastic. This is a really good representation of the character Arcee, especially considering how small she is in Legends. So fantastic overall. I am quite surprised in how good she turned out in the bot mode. And I've seen pictures, and I guess in hand, I'm just more impressed. I didn't realize it was going to have this level of posability. I didn't realize she was going to have this good of a representation. Yes, the backpack is a backpack, and there's quite a bit there for a backpack, which is a little unsightly, and it's a bit of a turnoff and all that kind of stuff. But maybe there's ways to cheat that. But yeah, it's a good bar. Yeah. Backpack's okay for considering this is Legends, the amount of engineering, simple transformation. Looks good in both modes. I'm okay with that backpack. And I kind of am just kind of accepting that, unless if it transforms, I accept the backpack. So I do want to show, here's her card, which I usually don't show it on Legends. And I just don't know, does Legends just not usually have a card? That's kind of interesting, and she stands okay. And that's another thing we're going to see in comparisons is the standing. So we're going to get into accessories coming up. All right, here we go with, this is a face for the Masterpiece Arcee, so we'll look at that at the end there. We've got her rifle, which no paint on it whatsoever, but it will fit into her hand, just like you see in the box art behind us, and she can wield it pretty much like the box art. Also, we have this small gun right here with no paint on it, pink. So I would have actually liked the guns to be a different color, but that would have either been another paint app or something. Maybe put it on the gray screw or something. I just don't like that they're pink. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I'm not sure. Maybe that is accurate, but I don't know. I've always seemed in my mind to have her with a black gun or something, but maybe that's just what we've seen in toy representation. Maybe that's not really too accurate, but still decent accessories overall, but not many. But Show Z, I don't know if it was Show Z that included it, or Dr.Wu, or Mechanic Studio, but we got all these stickers, so pick your sticker and just sticker up your entire squad, I guess. That's pretty cool. It was just included. I didn't pay any extra for that. Alright, so let's look at both paint apps and articulation. Paint on the face, so hard to see, small, but it looks pretty good. It looks okay. And seeing as how they made an upgrade to the Masterpiece head, I would imagine this one is pretty much the same. So side to side, up, down, not really down. Shoulder goes out all the way to the 90, and then of course it would have a 360 if the backpack loaded in the way. You do have the bicep, and you have a double jointed elbow, everything you'd need, and then of course a formed hand and no articulation in side to side, just up and down. So that's interesting. It's a little bit different. Okay, we got the waist, and then you got an extreme ab crunch. You do have the waist swivel. You do have everything in a ball joint at the thigh that you would need, and it's nice and firm and tight. You do have that little bit of rotation there, and then you have rotation at the knee, and you have the double jointed knee, so you can get all kinds of crazy poses out of her. And then when it comes to the foot, the toes are articulated. You go up and down pretty much with the foot, but not so much a side to side, except you get side to side on the toe. So quite a bit of articulation right there. Get a standard two-handed shooting pose. Sitting at the beach waiting for Rodimus pose. Sniper rifle. She's about to snipe someone pose. She does have her sniper rifle. One day someone's going to make an Arcee and name her the Sniper. I'm sure. Alright, so let's get into some comparisons to bot mode. Now, I do want to say that she does look fantastic compared to the next best option. Now, I knew this one wasn't perfect, but it was, in my opinion, more G1 accurate and fit my collection better than what Iron Factory had. I have the Iron Factory in here somewhere, but I can't find it. So anyway, this one looked good for a while, but now just kind of a close-up on these two. This one is DX9, and I don't know they ever made a KO oversize of it. McFans Toys did a KO oversize of it, so I think you really had to just go straight DX9 with it, but still, it was okay for a while, but this one blows it out of the water. Really, really does. It blows it out of the water. I mean, look how far we've come in the time since DX9 sort of pioneered Legends, and so much better. Let's see what she looks like with the whole squad. Alright, so looking at this, here is my collection of 1986 movie bots that are pretty G1 accurate, and trying to get the lighting right to where she doesn't completely wash out. Like, I can get extra light and then she looks like she washes out on it. But anyway, out of all this, I think all this looks fine. Size-wise, scale, all these scale together well. The only one that's really out of place now is Blur. Now, that was the DX9 Blur, and I don't know if Blur came with Arcee. I just don't remember. It's been a while. So, looking at all this stuff here, I do want to go through this real quick. This is McFans Toys' first version of Springer. I probably should upgrade to the second version, but I just really don't like swapping out too many of the Legends figures. If I get a good Legends figure, I kind of like want to stick with it. Cup, that is the KO oversized from DX9 for MFT made it, McFans Toys. This is Magic Square with the armor. Armor's on an Optimus Prime. This is the McFans Toys original version of Rodimus. This is McFans Toys' original version of Wreck-Gar and all that kind of stuff. So I think it really works well together in this collection overall. She's a good looking figure, and this collection, for the most part, is pretty cohesive. I'm going to toss this into, here she is next to a Magic Square Prime, and to me that scale's perfect. And the reason I want to point this out so much is this, in my opinion, is where a Masterpiece version should scale to Prime. So the Masterpiece version of Arcee versus Prime, that's about where I see her, but she just keeps coming up a lot shorter than that in the Masterpiece scale. So I like this and it works for me, but I want to point out that McFans Toys is usually on the bigger side of things, and so that's probably why we got what we got here. So we're going to toss that face on this Arcee, but let's kind of show you. This is kind of how she looks next to the Masterpiece. And I guess we should compare next to all of them, but yep, looks pretty good. So here's the old face, here's the new face. I don't really think the old face was that bad, but the new one actually does look a little bit better. So we're going to swap it out, and all you do is you lift up the head, you slide this off. You slide the other one in the same way that came out, but it's a little tricky to do on camera, so I'm just going to do it off camera. So here she is with her new face, and again, her old face. So it's really the eyes that are different. So, still the old face is not a bad face at all, so I don't have a problem with it whatsoever in the slightest, but I just swapped that one out. Looks pretty good. Now, you put it into, there's two sets of grooves in here. Put it into the back groove, because I do like to use her visor. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get out there. Alright, so there she is with her visor on. So, a nice looking overall head sculpt. Sort of unnecessary in a way, but a slight bit of improvement. Alright, so here are all of the Masterpiece options, comparing her to those. Now, I do want to say there's some great Masterpiece options out there, and so with that, they all take a slightly different take on Arcee, and all pretty much G1-esque Arcees, but if you kind of put her right here, and you can get a comparison to all of these. So, yeah, let's run through them real fast, though. This one is Fans Toys and MMC Toy World. That's Nicey KO, and that one is the official Takara that we looked at. So nice little group of RCs, and I kind of like them all. So this has been my look at the Dr.Wu and Mechanics Studio version of Amy, their version of Arcee, a very G1-esque Arcee, very good Arcee, very well articulated, and very good in both modes. The alt mode is only going to be so good. The bot mode has that backpack. Really, my only complaint and it's a complaint you have on all of them, and it's understandable. Overall, transformation is pretty good, articulation is pretty good, figure looks fantastic. Hard to believe we get all of this in this figure. It is very good job done. Joint work between two companies. So overall, to me, this is the best Arcee for Legends scale. I know a lot of people like the stylized Iron Factory version, but I think that one's okay. But I think this is the winner. They're doing the best work, and for the most part, McFan's Toys has really done the best job for the most part with the 1986 movie figures. So let me know what you think about this figure in the comments below. Are you picking this one up? Are you passing? Are you going to get one of the other 5 colors that's coming on the way of Fembots using this exact same mold? I did get this at Show Z. You can get yours there too. Like and subscribe. Titanium Hanger out.
Let's get out of here!